Breaking news before you go. 2 people are dead after a fire in Harlan, Iowa. Crews arrived on scene to find a home full of smoke. The victims inside were taken to the hospital where they later died. The cause of this fire is under investigation.
And more breaking news. Every Democratic member of the Senate Armed Services Committee is speaking out today. They're asking the Republican chairman of the committee to plan a hearing with Pentagon leaders. NBC News says this would be focused on the Trump administration's growing use of the military in U.S. cities. The committee members are arguing that people deserve answers to how much it is costing to put those soldiers on the streets. So far, troops have been deployed to L.A. and D.C. and on Monday, President Donald Trump signed a memo establishing a task force in Memphis. Cerise.
Maria, thank you. More top stories before you go this morning. It has officially been 100 days since Mayor Ewing took office. To highlight the occasion, he plans to share some of his accomplishments so far. We also expect to hear more about the upcoming celebration for Omaha's own Terrence Bud Crawford.
The Federal Reserve set to announce interest rate cuts for the first time in 9 months. The announcement will come sometime today after the end of the Fed's 2-day policy meeting.
Governor Pillen has signed an executive order he says will bring property tax relief to Nebraska. $20 million will be redistributed to taxpayers. The funds come from an increase in casino gambling revenue and 2 tax credit funds. Off-ramps from L Street to 72nd are now closed for the removal of the L Street Bridge. NDOT officials say this will help improve traffic flow in this area. A temporary road for L Street will be opened up by next spring. The Alzheimer's Foundation of America is hosting a free conference here in the Metro today. The event is open to everyone. It goes from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Bellevue University's Hitchcock Humanities Building. History was made during the battle between in-state volleyball rivals Nebraska and Creighton. More than 17,000 fans witnessed the Huskers defeat the Jays, breaking the record for the largest regular season indoor volleyball event.